Well, in less than 24 hours, many Central New York students will be back in the classroom. But for some districts, getting those students to school will be half the battle. All across the nation, school districts are finding it difficult to find bus drivers. A nationwide survey from a group of school transportation organizations finds half of all student transportation coordinators described their bus driver shortage as either severe or desperate. And as our Laura Lagarde reports, many Central New York school districts are also having this problem.
Districts across New York State have always had difficulty securing bus drivers, says Oswego City School District Superintendent Mathis Calvin, and COVID has not made it easier.
Due to some of the holdups that are happening in terms of Department of Transportation and also, Department of Motor Vehicles, people are trying to get licensure and trying to get renewals. Sometimes there are challenges.
Those challenges leading to a crunch in finding the drivers needed to get your child to and from school.
So, we are a district that recruits consistently throughout the year. We never stop looking for bus drivers.
Calvin says it's a hard job driving a bus with up to 60 kids, but says his district has put their best foot forward in recruiting as many people as they can. This school year, once again, bus drivers and students on buses will be required to wear masks for the entire ride. There are concerns about distancing and managing bus routes for different grade levels.
We're always looking for more. But we've secured quite a few drivers in our district, and we think we're going to do a great job with respect to meeting the needs of our students and our parents, our entire community.
Earlier in July, First Student hosted a recruiting event to try and contend with the bus driver shortage.
We're always actually out there recruiting for drivers in the Central New York market.
First Student was offering on-the-job training if you were interested after that event, trying to incentivize more signups as schools prepare for another year with many unknowns.
Parents can feel confident that we're going to do everything we can to provide a safe drive to and from school with a driver who is not only experienced, but also has the ability to meet the needs of children each and every day.
With kids heading back to school this week in Central New York, we're speaking with local superintendents looking at the upcoming school year. And this morning, we are speaking with Onondaga Central School District Superintendent Rob Price. Thank you so much for being with us. We know that your students are heading back to the classroom today. Good morning. It's wonderful to see you. We just had a report this morning about bus driver shortages and how bad it is across the country. How is your district doing with that?
So good morning. Thank you for having me on today. Our Onondaga Central District is doing pretty good with bus drivers. We don't have a lot of substitutes to call upon, but we have all of our bus routes covered with drivers this year. And one of the pieces I would like to share with listeners is if you're interested and you have some free time, whether you're retired or looking for a part-time job, Onondaga Central and schools in Central New York would love to have people apply to be substitute bus drivers with training too. We'll provide.
What do you want to say to parents this morning? Maybe they're a little nervous because COVID cases are going up. What is your district doing right now to keep kids safe?
So as we're opening up school this morning, students will start their day getting on the bus wearing masks, and then we will have a mandatory mask wearing while the students are in school during the day. And one of the pieces that I'd like to share with parents is last year during the pandemic, during the school year, I think one of our strongest mitigation strategies for the pandemic was wearing masks, as well as the hand and respiratory hygiene that we had students practice and reminded them of daily throughout the school year. We have our mitigation strategies in place to start the school year, and I just want parents to be partners with us, making sure their children have masks and they're practicing proper respiratory and hand hygiene at home and at school.
Finally, we only have a few seconds left, but drivers may not be used to seeing this many kids out going to school. What is your message for them to keep the roads safe, and especially our kids?
Oh, school buses are back on the road. To all of the drivers, please slow down, be patient, and please mind the buses when they have their lights on, loading buses, and do not pass them.
Superintendent, thank you so much. Good luck on this first day of school. We're excited for you. Thank you.
Amanda, the West Hill Central School District is one of many districts going back tomorrow, and you can see here inside of the high school that they are ready for the kids to come, the desks with the plexiglass between them, because in less than 12 hours, the kids are going to be back in school. And one way a lot of families mark the end of the summer is by going to the state fair. Day number 18, the last day of the New York State Fair.
One last hurrah before heading back to school.
One last day of summer for many students and families across central New York as the kids get ready to go back to school this week. Many districts start welcoming kids back tomorrow for full in-person learning.
It's a little nerve-wracking considering the last year where it was mostly online and at home and all those difficulties, and especially wearing a mask.
Ending their summer here.
This is the best way for New Yorkers to come together and celebrate a little bit of what everybody has.
And starting their school year the next morning. Parents say they're ready for the kids to go back.
Looking forward to me not being their teacher and them having a wonderful teacher in front of them.
Masks are required in all schools under a state mandate. Along with other COVID-19 precautions districts have put together, many parents are comfortable sending their kids back.
As long as he wears his mask and stays safe, keep his hands clean, just keep learning and I'm good to go.
Administration and our Board of Education has been working around the clock to make sure, and we've implemented every safety precaution that we can.
I'm pretty confident. Our area schools went pretty much full-time last year. So everything seemed to work out good last year.
Maybe a feeling from one parent many can relate to.
Please get them out the house as soon as you can.
Because as kids set their alarms once again and parents prepare the lunches, the end of summer and the unofficial start of the fall is here.
I like to see my friends again and that kind of stuff.
School staff members, including teachers, will either have to show proof of vaccination or get tested weekly for COVID-19 across the state. We have all of our back-to-school coverage for you under the CNY Schools tab on CNYCentral.com.